Hello there, English activists. It's me, Dr. Donnelly, and I'm here again to talk to you about research. This video is going to focus on finding sources using the website ResearchIT CT, which is where we're going to get access to what we call academic sources. So unlike the popular sources that we looked at in our last video, that tend to be kind of available to a general public or to pitch to kind of professionals in the field. Academic sources are often pitched to professionals in the field and also to researchers, right? So people whose main job it is to research the area of interest. And a lot of what we know as professionals in the field is actually comes to us through that research. So this is essentially another way that I can fill up this folder. This is my topic, authentic tasks. That was a vocab word, a professional term that I gleaned from my initial research. And so I'm going to start working on searching that term in this database. So what is ResearchIT CT? So you go to ResearchIT CT, you just type in researchitct.org, and it is a website that is basically an online library for the state of Connecticut. So by being a member of a library, so if you have a library card at Acton, you can access this, or by having access to a high school library, such as our library, you have access to these sources. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on For High School, and that'll lead me to ResearchIT CT OneSearch. Many libraries, many university libraries have this OneSearch feature, and it looks a lot like a regular kind of box that you would type into in a search engine like Google or Yahoo, but it instead of searching kind of everything, it searches academic sources. You can also narrow down your field. Say I only want to get sources about education. That helps if you are maybe using a word that's used differently in two different fields and you kind of are getting weird results. So I'm going to limit it to education. You can get involved with more detailed searches, but I find that when I'm starting out, just starting out straight up with my search term gives me some interesting stuff. So my search term is authentic tasks. So I've just typed that in, press enter, and I'm seeing what I'm finding. So we have investigating the effects of authentic activities on foreign language learning, a design-based research approach. So when I'm looking at that, I'm seeing that it is in the Journal of Education Technology and Society, which looks good. It's a recent source. It's from 2017. That says that here. I can see that it is an academic journal, so it is an academic source, and I can get access to the full text. However, looking at that, it just doesn't look like what I'm interested in, right? Like I'm not talking about foreign language learning of this class. It's just not what we're doing. So if I scroll down to this one, identification of the understanding of the states of matter of water and air among Slovenian students aged 12, 14, and 16 years through solving authentic tasks. That's just way too specific for me. Like I'm not interested in Slovenian students. These are good, but I'm noticing all of these, whether they have PDF, they seem like they're coming from good journals, but they're just not really what I'm looking for. Like I'm an English teacher. I teach writing. I teach that kind of things. This one might be good. Effect of authentic task on pre-service teachers' attitudes towards classes and problem-solving skills. Oh, pre-service teachers are probably like people who are training to be teachers. So that might be interesting, but it's just not what I'm looking for. So this is when I hit a brick wall. When you hit a brick wall, what you want to do is you want to go back to the drawing board, rethink it, and see if there's another search term that you could use that might be better. Before I freak out, before I, write in my journal, this is not going well, or you can write that in your journal if you just need to get it off your chest. I'm going to just try searching another phrase. So authentic tasks is just not doing it. But another term that I read in my kind of preliminary research was authentic audience. So I'm going to give that a try and see if that's any better. Creating science picture books for an authentic audience. So this is in the journal Science Activities. And that at least seems more like what you guys are doing, right? You are writing for real live audiences, and some of them are elementary audiences. So that seems close. So I'm going to click on that and get a little bit more information to see if I need to download this. It says, this article presents an authentic writing opportunity to help ninth grade students use the writing process in the science classroom to write and illustrate picture books for fourth grade students to demonstrate and share their understanding of a biology unit on cells. By creating picture books, students experience the writing process, understand how to share their learning with authentic audiences, and create an artifact that demonstrates their understanding of content knowledge. That to me seems like more like what we're doing in this class, reaching out to different audiences to share with them information that you've become experts in. So this is worth me downloading. And luckily, this says there's a PDF of the full text. So I'm going to click on that. So this is the EBSCOhost kind of reader, and it's got a PDF right in the middle. So in order to download that, I just need to go down, hover over the bottom. That works on my computer. Different computers are going to have different ways of doing that. You might be able to go up here and click download PDF, and that'll bring it up in your browser, and you'll be able to go from there. So for me, I know that I click this to download things, and you'll have to figure out how to download on your particular browser and using your particular kind of operating system. So what I like to do is actually just go through and download a bunch of stuff and then read what looks like the most promising. Here's viewing the speech class as an authentic audience, an activity assignment for beginning students. I'm just going to pop through and read the abstract here. While audience analysis is an important concept to be taught in any beginning speech class, seldom are students urged to view their classmates as an authentic audience and to consider their needs and interests in speech planning. The dyadic interview activity is one that can help students apply the principles of audience analysis in planning their classroom speeches. That also seems useful. I know that you guys are going to be doing various forms of presenting at the end of the semester. They seem like they have an idea of what that could look like and how I could teach you how to do that. So that's important to me. This one doesn't have PDF download available right up here. However, it does say that I can get full text from ERIC available online. And ERIC is an education database that's maintained by the government. So I'm going to click on that, see where that brings me. So it brings me here, and I can click here to download the full text. And once again, that pops it up. Now this looks a little messy. So it might not be my first choice actually now that I look at it. It's from 1984. It's kind of a disaster, but it could still have good information. So I'm going to download it anyways and maybe take a look at that. I can close these now that I've downloaded it and go back here. And essentially that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look through these. I'm going to read the abstracts, and then anything that's worth following up on, I'm going to download. It's worth maybe gathering 10 sources. You might actually only wind up reading 5 of them and maybe using one of them. but it's worth going.